If I had to pick one type of diet that I believe works the best, at least for me, for you may be different, it would be intermittent fasting. And why I choose intermittent fasting is because it's timed eating. What I mean by timed eating is you pick the hours throughout the day which you want to eat. Another thing of intermittent fasting is you don't have to do it every day. I currently, right now, only have been fasting on Saturdays because I'm not really trying to lose much weight, and I try to get the health benefits from intermittent fasting. I eat a lot of calories. I'm still eating 6,000 calories a day, maintaining my weight. Right now I'm 256. I want to lose about 10 pounds, but I'm not in a rush. So I do fasting 1 day a week. But I'm going to explain to you how to intermittent fast, how you may want to do it, and why to do it, and what works best for me. So the most common way of intermittent fasting is 16-8, which means you have 16 hours that you don't eat anything, and 8 hours where you're consuming food. It's very common. And you can do that 7 days a week. A lot of people do. It's easy. So let's say you have an 8-hour time period of eating. Maybe you start eating at noon, and you're done eating at 8 p.m. Well, you could do it any way you want to. You could do it around your job schedule, whatever you like, okay? It doesn't have to be that way. But here's what's important, is when you fast, it's a true fast. What I mean by a true fast is you're not consuming calories. A couple of things that can help you stay fasting is black coffee, because black coffee without sugar, without cream, has a little caffeine in it, and it helps curb your appetite. Also, matcha green tea is really good. Matcha green tea also has no calories in it, and it curbs your appetite because of caffeine too. A lot of people worry when they're on fasting that they're not going to have energy throughout the day. It's not true. You think about it. When you don't have food in your stomach, your body goes through that fight or flight response. It's hungry, it wants food. The last thing it wants to do is take a nap. You ever go to sleep with an empty stomach? You do so, it's kind of hard to sleep. You rather sleep with a little bit of food in your stomach. So when you're fasting throughout the day, you're actually more alert, have more energy, and more focus. Then when you finally eat, that's when you're going to start to fall asleep a little bit. You get more tired. So maybe you do one meal at noon, maybe another meal at 3 or 4 o'clock, and your biggest meal around 8 o'clock. If you're going to bed around 10, you'll get better sleep. But depending on your weight loss goals, the longer your fast period, the better the benefits. What happens when you fast over 16 hours? Well, when you start fasting over 16 hours, your body goes through what's called ketosis. Ketosis is the body's way of burning fat as fuel. And that's where the keto diet comes from. Because on keto, you're eating such low carbs and such high fat, your body learns to burn fat as fuel. We're not talking about keto in this particular video, but combining keto with intermittent fasting is extreme weight loss method, because when you do keto, you don't hold in your water, and you're always in ketosis. And a lot of people say calories in, calories out, it's all that matters. To an extent, but I'm telling you from my personal experience, with intermittent fasting and keto combined, I've lost the most body fat in the shortest amount of time. Again, I don't think most of these diets are sustainable long term, but if you're looking for that summer body or whatever, go ahead. As far as keto goes, intermittent fasting, you could do it for the rest of your life. I did intermittent fasting one time for about 3 or 4 years straight without stopping. Now, intermittent fasting too, you may be someone who wants to do 24-hour fast. You could eat every other day. That's something you can do as well. But remember, the longer your fast, the more sensitive your stomach gets. So when you break your fast, you should always do something small. I recommend maybe a little bit of protein, like a couple of eggs, a little piece of chicken, bone broth, something like that. And like maybe an hour later, eat a bigger meal. If you eat too much at one time, it's going to upset your stomach. So again, on intermittent fasting, you aren't consuming calories. That black coffee, you can't put cream in. You can't have one nut. You can't have one little snack. You're going whatever many hours you want to without consuming food. Also, the benefits of going more than 16 hours without eating is called autophagy. Autophagy is when your body starts to eat its dead cells. So it's good for your immune response, especially if someone wants to do like a 48-hour to 72-hour fast. You get more of those autophages to happen, more getting rid of dead cells. But as far as a standard diet, you're not going to diet 72 hours all the time, of course, maybe once or twice a year. But you can do the 16-8 or maybe even 20-hour fast, 4-hour eating window. It depends how much weight you want to lose. One of the biggest benefits of intermittent fasting is meal prep. You ever eat 6 meals a day? I know I have. And you're packing 6 lunches. I got to bring a cooler everywhere I go. It's very inconvenient. It's hard. Most people don't get the time or willpower to do that. When you intermittent fast, say you're doing 2 meals a day, maybe you're doing a longer fast. Maybe you're only eating for 4 hours. Well, then you eat a meal at 4 p.m. You plan for that 1 meal. Maybe you're already at home from work at that time. 1 meal at 4 p.m., 1 meal at 8 p.m., and you're done. So that's one of the huge reasons why I think that intermittent fasting is so easy to do, is because it takes a lot less work. All right, now you don't have to intermittent fast every day, like I said too. I just do it Saturdays now. Maybe you want to do it 3 or 4 days a week. But here's the calories in, calories out part. If you're only eating 2 times when you're used to eating 6 times or 4 times on those couple days, your overall weekly calories is going to be less. And if you're eating less calories for the week, you're still going to lose weight. But when I talk about intermittent fasting, if you're only going on, say, a 4-hour eating window, only eating twice a day, are you eating properly? Make sure you're getting all your proper macronutrients, all your proteins, carbs, the vitamins you need, all those minerals, everything in those couple meals. If you don't think you're getting all that, then you might want to start taking some vitamins, at least a multivitamin, perhaps some fish oil, maybe some protein drinks if you need more protein in your diet. But like I said, why it works so good is because the planning's small. You have ketosis because you're not eating, and you have a lot of energy when you're on this diet. And it's very simple. You don't have to change really the way you eat. You're just changing the time you're eating. And by changing your time, eating only 8, 6, or 4 hours a day, or even 1 meal a day, you're not going to consume much more food. I don't know about you, but when I eat a snack, like say if I have a snack, now I want to keep eating. So once you break your fast, I'm usually always hungry. So I'm trying to lose weight. Eating 2 or 3 meals in my 8-hour period is much easier for me to control myself than if I eat breakfast and ate throughout the whole day, because then I'm always around food. I'm a school teacher, they might bring donuts and I walk by them 5 or 6 times, I might want a donut. If I'm fasting, I'm not going to break my fast with a donut, I know that. So it's easier for me to go the whole day until I get home, and at 4 o'clock, if I don't have donuts in my house, I'm not going to snack on those things. So it's easier to control my diet. Again, hope this works for you. If it's something you want to try, give it a shot. I'm going to do a follow-up video on keto. I'll tell you the proper way to do keto. But this is just fasting. It's very simple, going without calories for a time period. Hope you enjoyed the video. Have a great day.